Tiger ran for president, there would be an ice cream machine in every academic building. The CDR would only serve steak, raw steak, and a tiger would guard the seal by napping on it, and he would pet people as they walked by. The other way around, people would pet.
Some form of tigers for every single sports team in the United States. Striped or unstriped is completely acceptable. And all legal immigration for tigers all around the world.
Why do I think this event is important? We are educating students to be members of a critical democracy. And so it's wonderful to see students coming together, both Republicans and Democrats. I think this is also really exciting because for many students in this room, probably the majority of students, this is their first time to be able to vote. And so that's a very exciting kind of vibe to be around. People are really, you're for the first time really invested in this election. And so that's very fun. But this is just the first time that you vote, and you vote for the rest of your life.
Well, I think it's really important that Student Senate worked with Student Development to host this election night event because it just shows that our students really care about what's happening nationally rather than just what's happening to them on a day-to-day basis or even locally. Although that's so important, it's really important to think about our futures, think about how all of the stuff that's happening with the election affects us in our future, especially students that are getting ready to graduate, go out to the real world. And I think it just says something about how active our student body is and how much they care. And the event has been held in the past and it's always been well received, so it was a no-brainer for us to go ahead and host an event again this year.
College students have like a very important voice, especially in this campaign, with all of the grants and loans and everything that the government will give us. Without all of those programs, then I probably wouldn't be here at Wittenberg because everybody knows it's super expensive. So, and we've had like all sorts of different programs for college students. There have been slogans, campaigns, everything around campus encouraging us to vote, and it's definitely something important and that I don't ignore.
College students definitely do care about politics. It really depends on whether there's a platform for them or a channel for them to come through with their beliefs or what they believe in. And I think Wittenberg does a decent job about, letting people speak up and hold their beliefs. And that's what this party is all about. Whether it's Republican or Democrats or whatever their beliefs are, it still reiterates that we are a Wittenberg family, and that's why we're celebrating it together, not separately.
The first time I got to vote for president, and I thought that was really cool compared to the other times I voted, which was just senators and representatives and school levies and that. So just picking the president and knowing that you have the power to determine who is running our country is an honor, personally for me, and it was, I wouldn't say pressure, but I would say it was just kind of hard thinking, making sure I knew all the facts and knew who I wanted personally to represent me and my voice for my country.
Well, for me, the 2012 election has been really an awesome experience. The last presidential election, I was 17, so I was able to volunteer my time, but I actually wasn't able to go into the ballot and cast a vote. This presidential election, I'm 20 years old now. I got to go in there, cast a ballot, and it was really just a great experience. To know that we live in a country where my vote as a poor college kid means as much as some millionaire on the coast of Florida. And it's just great. I've gone to several campaign events already. I've volunteered some time, and just the overall feeling of knowing that every voice matters. Whether you live in the inner city Cleveland where I worked over the summer, or you live in Springfield, Ohio, or you live in California or Texas, every vote's the same. And to go in there, and I think I was probably the youngest kid to vote. I voted early, and to have that voice. You still kind of feel like the little kid in a place that you're kind of too young for, but it's really a great and eye-opening experience, and made me feel that like I really do love this country, and the voting aspect just kind of hammered that home.
Alright, so I got my voting through the mail. I have an absentee ballot. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, so I voted for Cuyahoga County. So this was the first election that I was able to vote in since I was too young for the last presidential election. And opening up the ballot and pulling it out was kind of like surreal because I'm like, this is crazy. Like you always hear about like how important your vote is and the experience, and it's kind of like interesting, like filling out the ballot. Like I knew I wanted to vote for it, but I kind of like sat there for a few minutes and I'm like, all right, first vote, let's do this. So I filled it out and basically just slapped it into the envelope and sent it away, and just really made my day. I really feel like I'm so grateful that we have like the ability to vote in this country for our leaders. And I mean, I know it's just like one vote, but I still think I made a difference. So that's pretty cool.